Hello, one and all. Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and we're here to hang out. We're here to talk about Hogwarts. We're here to talk about Double Echo. We're here to talk about anything you guys want me to talk about. Let me just post this to Twitter, the greatest place on earth, as I believe it's been described by, well, maybe nobody. How's everybody doing on this Friday afternoon, evening, whatever we want to call it? This was a week that, well, it was a little quiet this week, wasn't it? I'm trying to look back at the schedule. There was like the Doctor Strange rumor stuff that came about over the weekend, last weekend. But really, it's just kind of the fallout from Hogwarts, and then all of a sudden, we had these controversies of Gran Turismo 7. We had the controversies of, I thought you were Leonardo? What? Hello. Spring break, yeah. It was my daughter's spring break last week. This week, she's back at school. So this week's back to normal, and we got, we just keep trekking on. Well, actually today, right? Today is the release of Ghostwire Tokyo. Today is the release of Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Today is the release date of Kirby, I don't remember what it's called. The Lost Kingdom, Forgotten. I actually own it. It's over there. I bought it for my daughter. I've been playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland with my wife for a couple hours today. Pretty okay. It's not an amazing game, but it's not a bad game. And Ghostwire, because I got it early, I beat it 2 weeks ago. I'm not even playing it anymore. I'm doing good. How about you? Twitter as the greatest place on... Yeah, Twitter's not. I'm just kidding. But yeah, this week really, throughout the week, was pretty much just the fallout from Hogwarts Legacy last Thursday. Kind of strange that it's only been a week and a day since we saw Hogwarts. And then, the Gran Turismo 7 stuff is getting patched up where it's getting a little bit more fixed. And then today, GTA Online. I can never say it. GTA. I have to say it very slowly. Online made a big oopsie. We're picking up Kirby by the end of the day. Yeah, I have it. I'm going to watch my daughter play it. And then I'll see if... Actually, I think it's 2 players. So technically, I could play it with her. But yeah, I'm excited. Next week's pretty much nothing, right? But then we got Sonic 2. We got Lego Star Wars, which is the big one for me. You got Lego Star Wars, you got MLB The Show. Hello. Yeah, I'm excited for the next little while. Hopefully we can get a PlayStation showcase or some big PlayStation event to show either, PSVR 2 or to show God of War or whatever. Hopefully we can get that in April. Because April, after that first week with Sonic and... MLB and Lego Star Wars, it kind of dies out. I'm not going to go see Fantastic Beasts. I'll make a video on it, talking about it, although I may make it on the second channel so I don't upset too many people. Yeah, one of my dogs is more hyper than the other one. Well, the other one doesn't do literally anything. I'm like, oh, Halo, I forgot. I was showering last night, and Christy came into the bathroom for something, and I talked to her for like 10 minutes. I was like, do you want to hear about the Halo episode? You want to know how horrible it is? And I was like, let me go through it. And then I went through. I actually can't believe one day ago I watched Halo on my computer, and I completely forget because it wasn't worth remembering. Are you going to see Jujutsu Kaisen 0? My sister did. When she was here, we went to... Was it the same day? We went to a water park, an indoor water park last Friday. And also on last Friday, my sister came to visit, but she came like last minute. She literally flew here. She gave me like 5 days notice. So we already had the water park booked. And so while we were at the water park, she went to go see that movie. She's a big fan. I'm not. I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. How long will the Hogwarts gameplay be, you think? Like how long it'll take to beat the game? Probably a fair amount. I don't know. I mean, I was thinking of doing a video for Hogwarts very soon on the map. I have a video talking about the headmaster, who I think it is, / headmistress, and also quidditch. So those are my next 2 Hogwarts videos. And then I have a couple other ideas, but the map is one of them. I want to talk about the size of the game. I think it's going to be ginormous. Ginormous. I'm going to a fan event for Sonic 2 a few days before the... oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I am too. I don't know if it's the same thing as what you're talking about. Hey, I'm seeing Sonic the Wednesday night. There's that early fan showing on the Wednesday night instead of Thursday. So we're actually going to go see it on the Wednesday. Quick ask of you guys, if you just want to leave a like real quick, if you're here, if you haven't left a like, helps the channel out a little bit. Are you playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland? Yes, I've been playing it with my wife we played it for about 2.5 hours. She spent more time than I could possibly imagine just in the character creation, but no, it's fun. It's my eyesight's going at a young age. I mean, I need glasses, but I just refuse to wear them. But like that, the game is hard to look at. Like, it's just like, it hurts my eyes, even when all the lights are turned off. Because a split screen, it's like top and bottom. And actually, you can do 4-player split screen too, but we only do 2. But it's a good game. It's just really hard to see it. Luna walking around, yeah. Causing havoc. Hello, Nick. Yeah, I would wager... I think I said on Twitter, I'd wager Hogwarts Legacy is going to be around 40 to 60 hours. Because like Ghostwire Tokyo is an open world game that takes about 17 hours to do almost everything. And if you did do everything, maybe 22, maybe 23. So like that's an open world game. And by the way, it's fine. I'm not actually saying every game needs to be 100 hours because I'm not, and I don't want that. But Ghostwire was kind of like a breath of fresh air because like this is a game that is not 50 hours long. It's not even 30 or 40 hours long. Really, it's like 15 hours. It's an open world game, but it's like 15 hours long. And then Horizon, I put in like 30 hours, and I probably have to put in another 20, 25 hours if I want to do everything. So Hogwarts, I was always thinking it should be probably like 30 minimum. Like if it was 30, 35, and not even minimum, just like if Hogwarts is 30 to 40 hours, I'd be fine with that. If it's more, great. If it's less, I don't really mind too much, but I would prefer like 30 to 40. After seeing that state of play, yeah, I could see this being like a 50 to 60. Or I think I said 40 to 60. I think that's a good thing. I don't know, like 100 hours, like The Witcher 3, to do everything is probably like 120, and that game's, gigantic. Is Hogwarts going to be as big as The Witcher 3? I highly doubt it. She is. She's such an adventurous pup. She's looking out the back. You can probably see it. She's looking out the back door. Not me deleting my message. I'm not touching it. We don't have any mods, remember? Look, my hands are up. Would you prefer a Harry Potter-like intro, receiving your letter, going to Diagon? Yeah. Well, like that in the state of play, and I've gone on record with this, in the state of play when you're in the carriage with Fig and you're talking about the Goblin Rebellion, I think that's your first day, and I think you're flying in the carriage to Hogwarts. So, do you go get sorted and then go to Diagon Alley, or maybe you land at Diagon Alley first and then you walk into Hogwarts? Probably that one, to be honest with you. I could imagine, like the carriage takes, or maybe you do character creation first, you go to Diagon Alley, and then you fly to but like going to Diagon Alley to Hogwarts, would you fly in a carriage for that? It's tough. But I think, yeah, you should have a whole thing where it's like getting your wand. Because I do think you'll go to Ollivander's and stuff. Same here. Yeah, the Wednesday for Sonic 2. I'm happy with that. When I saw Batman on that Tuesday night showing. How they did. No, was it Tuesday or was it Monday? Tuesday? I think it was the Tuesday night showing that we saw Batman at. I don't think Doctor Strange will do anything. Doctor Strange will probably just be that Thursday. Cute dog. Thank you. You need those blue light glasses. Yeah, I've seen people do their sponsorships with them, like 10% off, 20% off. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll use one of them. I think they're going to save Quidditch for a state of play deep dive in the summer. Yeah, honestly, the more I saw a lot of you guys talk to me about Quidditch, and when I made the video, it'll go up next week about Quidditch. I'm okay. I've reached an okay sense in myself if they don't even show it, if it's like a surprise that when the game comes out. Luna, you gotta catch her before she sees something out there that she likes. Go lay down, please. Go lay down, please. You wanna come up here? Okay. Can you see her? There you go. To be honest, I think the game will come out in September because there was a clue in the gameplay. Yes. Like going. Well, it could come out. No. Wait a second. I was gonna follow you through. It can't. Holiday 2022 does not mean September, unless they move it up, which I guess is possible. I just highly would doubt that. I'd highly doubt that. Not every game needs to be open world. No, I agree with that. So you think Spartacus gets announced next week? Well, Bloomberg did the classic clickbait on us. I clicked on it, and if you saw what it said it could be revealed next week at the earliest. So they don't actually. Jason Schreier, Mr. Negative. It could be announced next week, but honestly, that was like a clickbaity thing. That was a clickbait headline because they say next week at the earliest. So it could be announced next week. They could stay, or they could keep it. I don't know. Honestly, I love long games. I don't know why long would ever be bad. If you love a world, you want to spend more time in it. Well, yeah, but it depends on the game because some games can get very repetitive in the quest structure, or things can just fall apart over time. I mean, there's lots of reasons why long doesn't necessarily equal good. You know, just because it's a big game does not mean it's a good game. Like Witcher pulls it off. That's why Witcher is so good, right? Because it's such a good game, and it's also gigantic, and everything in it is so good. But just because if a game is 100 hours, if the game's not good, then you know what I mean. I'm also ready for Moon Knight. Oh yeah, next week, right? Is it on Thursday? I'll watch it. And I gotta watch Halo episode 2. Can't wait for that. Reviews for Halo, by the way. I did a review for episode 1 of Halo. It's on my second channel. So if you guys want to know what I think of Halo, go on my second channel for that one. I'm choosing a house. Oh, wait. I'd argue way more people would be open to Harry Potter versus The Witcher. Well, it's just The Witcher. Well, yeah. I would say, like, off the jump, that's true. Now, with, like, how established Witcher is, I'd say they're pretty even. But, like, before Witcher 3, Witcher wasn't obviously nearly as big. So, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I don't really need to fight between the two. I don't need the two to be battling it out, you know? I hope choosing a house has a substantial impact on something beyond the color of the room you hang out in. Yeah. Well, that's why I was talking about, when we talked about friends, having friends in Hogwarts, I was wondering, how they would do that. And the answer is pretty much they're not. They're, in terms of, like, remember I made a video where it's like, if you're in a Gryffindor house, say, will certain things be locked that's, like, Slytherin heavy? And I think you could still do, I'd love to see some sort of side mission that's maybe tied with your house very specifically. And if you're not that house, you can't do it. No, I'm not saying like a lot of those because that would kind of get annoying, right? Because then you're playing as whatever house, right? Slytherin, Gryffindor, whatever. You're playing as it. And then like you just find, oh, these 15 quests are locked because I'm not the other 3. You know what I mean? So you can't overkill that because that would really hurt the game. But 1 or 2 quests, that wouldn't be able to be played unless you are a certain house, I think would be cool. Are you planning on live streams for playing Hogwarts? Yes. Several different kinds. We'll wait till we get there because we probably have to wait till December. But, yeah, I'm planning on doing a lot. Once Hogwarts comes out, right now, if you didn't notice, every other day, I'm trying, every other day, Hogwarts video, also every other day, a Scream video. But when these things come out, like Gotham Knights, when it comes out, when Hogwarts comes out, it's like a video a day, if not more. When Scream came out, it was a video a day, if not more. And then you'll have the people saying, I didn't subscribe to you to watch Scream videos. Well, nobody told you have to click on those. So if people tell me, I didn't subscribe just because you were a Hogwarts channel, well, I'm not, and you don't have to watch those. So I'm sure those people will filter through, and that's okay. In a world where people have shorter attention spans and like to watch TikTok shorts, it doesn't surprise me that video games are getting shorter. Well, I think shorter games are okay. It really just depends on the game, to be honest with you. Like, boiling it down, I'm not anti. I actually prefer shorter games, for being honest. I get mad. I don't get mad. I understand it. People have value for their dollar. So when I review games or I talk about games, I mean, I've literally had people say that if the game, basically 1 hour in the game is $1. So people will say if it's a $70, these newer, PlayStation, but even Tiny Tina's is $70 on PS5. So Tiny Tina, right? $70. Some people will say I need 70 hours for that. I would never say that, but I get why I'm past the point of, it's not even caring. Why would I tell you what to do with your money? And why should you tell me what to do with my money? You know what I mean? So while I don't agree that $1 is an hour, if you think that, I think that's totally reasonable. It's your money, right? You value it however you want. If I get for me, it's quality. You know what I mean? Sifu, which was $40. Now they gave me the code, okay, but I mean it's $40. The game you could beat in like 5. But you can keep playing it over and over, and there's like a difficulty, figuring out how the game works and trying to perfect it and stuff. Maybe that's not the greatest example. I'm trying to think of other examples. Well, I guess Tiny Tina. Tiny Tina, from what I've read, is like 30 hours. So 30 for $70. Some people would flip out just because of that. I don't really care. If it's good. If it's a bad game, then yeah, that's a problem. But if it's a good game, and it's 12 hours. Kena Bridge of Spirits. That game is like 6 hours. It was 40. Again, they gave it to me. Okay, I'm sorry. But I loved it from start to finish. That would be worth $40. Life is Strange. I mean, I can keep going down the line. When can we see Gotham Knights next month? Hopefully next month. Literally any day. Pick a day. Did you see the spring game event? It was yesterday. No, and I don't really think anything was announced because nobody messaged me. Nobody told me anything big happened, so I just kind of assumed nothing happened in it. It was my daughter's birthday yesterday. She turned 8. Happy birthday. Puppy. It's true all the people say the new trailer comes out. Yeah, God, I hope so. Luna, you're so popular. Everybody loves you. She's just overly white. Like, there's just a lot of color to her. But it really helps her eyes, because her eyes are black, and then obviously she's just all white. So she's just a very pretty girl. And she's still a little young. She's not technically a puppy, though. She turns 1 year and 4 months next month. So she's 1. She's getting close to 1.5. She's getting old. She is floofy. Did you see Stacey Henley's review of the Hogwarts Legacy gameplay? No. Do I want to? Is it going to make me mad? An example of a game that's way too long is Dying Light 2. That's a good example. Dying Light 2, I like Dying Light 2, but I played like 25 hours, and I really don't have any want to kind of go back in. But, yeah. There's definitely I can't think of any like off the top of my head like this second. I'm trying to go through. I'm sure there's examples of games that are too long. Even story games. I mean, you can get a story game that maybe should be 8 hours and it's like 12, and those extra couple hours just, you know what I mean? Like it lags, or you just kind of stall it when it should have ended. I mean, that's a real thing. Yeah, movies do it, I think, pretty often, actually, you could argue, right? Moon Knight is Wednesday. Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, I will watch it on Wednesday then. Is it just the first episode? Is Halo even on Thursday, or is it just the first week? I don't even know. I don't really even want to watch it, but I will anyway. I hope they have romance. Yeah, I probably will make a video on that. I want to talk about romance. People, I talked about it very briefly, romancing in Hogwarts, and people are like, dude, why would you want that? And it's like, I've never I've always made it kind of clear what I would imagine, and also kind of where I stand on it, where it's like you're just kissing because you're 15, right? If you're a fifth year, you're 15 years old. It's like I'm not asking for anything crazy. And if they don't do it, they don't do it. I don't, it doesn't really matter, but I should talk about that again. Do you think Rocksteady has already started developing their next game? I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know how big, honestly, well, like their size and numbers isn't the be-all, end-all, but I don't know how big they are, but I'd imagine that would be kind of important, right? I could imagine they're prototyping the ideas of the next game. But if Suicide Squad is meant to be a game that lasts years, then it may be full scale or whatever, like all the way in on Suicide Squad. Because if you pull out a Suicide Squad too early and it's a game that's supposed to last long, like say Marvel's Avengers, and then like Marvel's Avengers has a skeleton crew working on it still, then you've screwed the game. And you've screwed the people that bought the game. You know what I mean? Betting it's delayed till 2023. Almost everything gets delayed these days. Yeah. I would not be surprised, and I also am not going to freak out. I try not to freak out. I haven't freaked out over any delay in years. 3, 4, 5 years, easily. Hey, Alex, never caught you live, but thank you for providing content on Hogwarts when there was really nothing to report on, helping the dream alive for me. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Well, I'm still reporting on it. Even though there is stuff now, I'm still reporting on it. I'm messaging Christy. All right, what do we got? I'm very excited for the Quarry in a few months. Yes. Me too. I'm pumped. The Quarry was I made that video on the Quarry, and I didn't even expect it to do well. It did very well, the video on it. David Arquette, love him. Brenda Song, I like her. I think the game could be really good. I don't want to compare. I mean, we should compare it to Until Dawn because it's literally the spiritual successor. At the same time, I don't know if it'll be fair. I just don't know if it'll ever reach, in my mind. And maybe Until Dawn hasn't aged that well, but I think it has. I played Until Dawn like 2 years ago, and it still felt just as good to me. So I don't know for sure, you know what I mean? Because some people say, the game's actually not that good. It's kind of overrated. And I'll say, well, I don't think so, but that's fine. I watch anything of yours. Thank you. Thank you. I think Avada Kedavra will be an ultimate spell, like you have to charge a meter up while fighting to be... Oh, yeah, that would be cool. I could see that. That's a good one. Hey, Alex. Oh, God. I don't want to destroy your name. Kian? Is that how you say your name? Hello. I've seen you in the comments. I don't want to mess up your name. But I suck at that stuff. People spend $100 for an all-day ticket to Disney Park. It's about the experience over the time spent. Very good point. Yeah, I mean, people spend money on anything. Christy and I, my wife, we had our anniversary last Saturday. We went out to dinner. We spent X amount of money. and is that X amount of money, was it worth the dinner? That's up to us, So, yeah. No, it really is. It's about... And same thing for movies. Movies obviously have... You're not going to get a movie under like an hour and a half, like a theater movie, right? And you're not going to get a movie like over 3 hours, right? So, like, movies are... You're paying... And you don't even think about the time. In fact, isn't that kind of a funny thing? When you go to see a movie, does anybody value how long it is or compared to the money you spend on it? Probably not, right? The movie is entirely if it's good or bad. And so why should a game... Actually, you know what, Alex? You made a good comparison, I think. So why does a game change that? You know what I mean? It's just different. I guess if you like rush through a game, it's like 2-3 hours long and you spent like 60, like I get how that could make you upset, but those are such rare examples. You know what I mean? And again, I see people that complain, and it's up to them. I see people complain when a game's 20 hours, 25 hours, 10 hours. If a game's 10 hours, it's $60, but actually what's going to put it to the test? That Quarry. The Quarry, I believe, is $70, isn't it? So, without a doubt, it's a game I'm buying day one. Like, it's not even a question. But $70 for 10 hours, which is how long it'll probably be, that is asking, especially in this day and age where every game is 100 hours, that's asking a lot for some people. Again, though, it's all about the quality. I have no problem dropping 70. And it's up to financial if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, don't buy the game. You know what I mean? It's okay. But if you can afford it and you buy it, I'm going to judge it. It better be a good game. And if it's not, then obviously it's not. CD Projekt Red has officially announced a new Witcher game. Oh, yeah, that happened this week, didn't it? I made that video on Monday. Yeah, that should be fun. Please leave a like. Yes, please leave a like. Thank you, Dark Nightmare. How you doing? I'm doing good. Oh, Jon Snow rules. Thank you. It could be the start of something big. It is. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the support. I mean, you've always been there, this Hogwarts Legacy group, and I think the Hogwarts videos, I mean, they're doing phenomenal. They're helping out. I mean, they justify this being a full-time job. We had record numbers last week when I live streamed it, right? We had 500 people, I think, what am I trying to say? Constantly. Like the entire time. We had 500 people when the event was going on. We had like 300 people leading into the event. Then when it ended and all these IGNs and stuff stopped, everybody came to mine, and I had 1,200 people watching. That's insane for me. So you guys freaking rock. We've gained hundreds of subscribers the last week or two. The other videos are doing well. It's not just Hogwarts. Like I said, that Quarry video did well. The Witcher video I did. Doctor Strange. I'm just looking at my chart here. Ghostwire did pretty okay. Yeah, I mean, Scream videos are obviously still doing really well. I got a great community of Scream people. So you guys rock. You really, really do. So I want to thank you all for the support. I'm not ending the live stream. Just, thank you. It is the start of something big, and we're not slowing down. We're not slowing down. I hope we can hit 85,000 subscribers this year, and I think we can do it. With Gotham Knights, with Hogwarts, I think we can do it just with those two. And then next year we have Scream 6 that comes out in a year and a month, so that'll be fun for me too. Because I'm into that. And again, people will say, I don't subscribe to you for Scream. How dare you run a channel the way you want to? Your channel, the way you want to. How you doing? I'm doing good, Shane. How's Ghostwire? Has anybody played Ghostwire? I feel like I'm the only one. I know he has. Yet they weren't something. Only Lego game was announced. Does apparition in the state of play for Hogwarts mean we will indeed be going beyond a 5th year at Hogwarts? Was there apparition? Well, here's what I learned. Is if you look at like the official laws and rules and stuff, you can apparate within the school walls. That is legal. Now I believe it is apparition. Isn't that taught? I looked it up and I forgot. Is it 5th year or 6th year? It's one of them. I think it's 5th year, but I could be wrong. So let me just stop talking. I don't think it's. I will say this. I don't think it's a guarantee, but I do think it's. I do think we'll do it. Because there has to be fast travel. And that has to be a way to fast travel. Happy birthday to Minnie M. Thank you. Yeah, Amelia's birthday was on... her birthday was yesterday. Our anniversary was last Saturday. And now it's kind of leveled out. You got Easter soon, but... Actually, we're doing a birthday party for her tomorrow. Oh, boy. That'll be fun. But then we're almost done. We've had a busy year. We've taken a lot of punches and stuff, but no, we've had a busy year, and April looks to be a little calmer. So I'm excited to sit back, play some Lego Star Wars, and just hang out. That's what I'm excited for. Will you watch the rest of Halo? And yes, both. I will do both. I don't know what the if people want me to review Moon Knight. Normally, when I review TV shows, they do horrible, but I've found by putting them on the second channel, they actually don't do that bad at all. In fact, the Halo review's doing pretty good. So I'll continue reviewing Halo for sure on that channel, on my second channel. If you guys want me to review Moon Knight, I probably could on that. I want to keep, and if you notice, I think I'm starting to really, people will say, my second channel is very much just my main channel. That was true. But I really do think over time, like the last year, maybe the last 6 months, I really have started to make them different. Like the second channel is pretty much all news, and this channel isn't really all news. It's like 20% news, maybe 25% news. So that's a big difference. And I review TV shows over there. I review movies depending on the size here, or like I reviewed Texas Chainsaw there. I reviewed Halloween there, but I reviewed Uncharted and the Batman here. So the reviews of movies depend. Games I review here. So I think I am statistically making the channel slightly different for those that complained about that. And it was a good complaint. It was a valid complaint. I'm not saying they were wrong. Romance would be great in Hogwarts. Just a little kiss on the cheek. Just a little kiss. Red Dead 2 was way too long. The epilogue by itself was 20 hours for me. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Avalanche working long time for Hogwarts. Not as long as Rocksteady. If you think about it, and I should have asked Troy this, and I'm going to ask Troy next time I talk to him, because I do want to ask. He said, what I've gathered, right? Remember the leaked stuff of Hogwarts that came out October of 2018? That was like concepts for the game. That was like insanely early things for the game. So I don't know when they started, but I would imagine it wasn't before 2018. So if you think about it, all of 2018, all of 2019, 20, 21, 22. So really, I think they've only been working by the end of this year, I'd say 5 years, and that's how long they've worked on it. So really, 5 years is a long time, but it's not that long. And I think that's how long they've worked on it, to be honest with you. 4 years right now. Whereas Rocksteady is going on 7. WB Montreal is going on 9 this upcoming October. Now, they've had canceled games. I'm not saying they've been working on one game for 9 years, right? But it's just, I don't think it's actually as bad as people think for Avalanche. I know a little of Moon Knight, but not as much. But what they have shown so far makes me interested. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Like, I'm excited for it. We need to clear this up, Alex. I believe Hogwarts Legacy will be a 5th year through graduation onto becoming an Auror or Dark Wizard, creating your legacy. Your thoughts? I like that idea a lot, and I've gone back and forth on it. I could envision the game where you go through the game, and at the end of the game you graduate and you have like an option almost of what like your job as an adult is. So, and which is what you're saying. I think that, I don't know if it should happen. I like that idea a lot. That's what I will say. I don't know if they would do it, though, honestly, man. I don't know. I wonder. Because also, remember how much they're putting into the stock of Hogwarts. Hogwarts is like the big thing, right? Hogwarts is the glue that holds the Wizarding world together. So it's like, would you leave Hogwarts? Because if you made a sequel, what would you do in the sequel? Not to say you can't make a sequel. I mean, I want a sequel. The channel wants a sequel. I want a sequel, right? That's a good thing. Yes, I've gone on and off talking about Hogwarts. Thank you for all your content. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Anytime anybody tells me about thanking me for my stuff, I just send it right back at them. Right? Thank you for watching. To all the dislike people, to all the people who give the likes. Now, my videos are kind of not universally. Well, I don't want to, stroke my ego. My videos do get overwhelmingly positive stuff. There is a handful of people I do think very much hate me, and that's okay. But yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I noticed the Walking Knight from the PS1 game are back from Hogwarts Legacy. It would scare the crap out. Yeah. I hope there's like wizard's chess and stuff. I really do. I remember Lockdown, and your Hogwarts Legacy videos got me through it. Well, hey, thank you. I'm glad I was able to do that. Honestly, 5th year's taking owls interesting. Well, thank you again, Jon Snow. Yeah, the lockdown and that stuff that happened, I mean, I think for the world and for society, we took several steps back and towards kind of the steps forward to like our own destruction of like destroying each other. We've really taken a lot of steps that way. But from a channel perspective, from an ego and a selfish perspective, that's really where the channel popped off. Is that the term? That's really where the channel popped off. 2020, every year has gotten better for the channel since the beginning. 2017 was like the big year, the first big year, better than 2016. 2018 was bigger. 2019 was bigger, but not that much bigger. 2020 was like the one that really jumped where we started really gaining subscribers. I was covering a lot of stuff. People I think knew me for different things. Batman, Hogwarts, Predator, Hunting Grounds. I was one of the only people talking about that. There was like one other person. Which I will, by the way, do that for Texas Chainsaw and Ghostbusters. I'll probably do it for as well. So I'll cover those games. But yeah, 2020 was a fun year for the channel, not for anything else. And we had Ghost of Tsushima that year and Last of Us. Jesus. And I didn't even go too deep into the Last of Us stuff. I could have gone much deeper. How can you create a legacy in 9 months? That's a fair question. That's a fair point. I'm not saying you're wrong. That's definitely fair. What do you think about the FPS on consoles? Is it going to be 30 or 60? And by the way, nice beard. Thank you. I've been growing it out accidentally. Well, for the way that the combat is, I don't think 30 would hurt it, right? I don't think 30. I wouldn't mind 30. Because it's not too fast, right? There's not too many things going on. So I think 30 would be okay. But if you can do 60, you know what I mean? But if they have to do 30. Goes from September to June. Yes. Well, 1 year, 1 school year. Can you make a legacy in 1 school year? Is a question, and that's a valid question. And the answer could be yes. Did Harry make a legacy for himself in his first year? Yes. Second year? Yes. Third year? So on, so on. Third year was maybe his least productive year, From a family standpoint, it was huge. But from what he did in Hogwarts, it really wasn't that big of a deal. It was a light year, to be honest with you. But you need a light year every so often. You literally have 6 out of 7 years that just ends with the destruction of everybody, and you need 1 year to hang out. If Hogwarts Legacy is still coming out this year, when do you think we should see it again? Early or late fall? Early. I think they take several months off here, and I don't think we see them again till the summer at the earliest, if not like August, September. That's what I honestly think, which is not a bad thing. It's actually kind of normal, It's kind of normal. And then when it comes back, it's not going to stop. Like they're going to, in my opinion, they will go dark one more time right now. And then when they come back, they will not go dark again. It'll be a steady drip of stuff and interviews and stuff like that until the game comes out. Same thing for Gotham Knights, which is stupid because it's like the game comes out in 7 months and you gave the release date, but you haven't talked about it, so, but I think Gotham Knights could as well. Take a couple more months off, come back, and then it doesn't stop. Which will be good. It'll be good for the health of my channels, too. Do you plan on posting Hogwarts Legacy playthroughs? Possibly. A lot of you guys want me to. So, I'm a man of the people. I am. I'm a man of the people. Oh, Jon Snow rules. You're in Canada. I see. Where do you... I'm part Canadian. Where do you live in Canada? But yeah, I'll experiment, but it would be kind of fun to do some playthroughs, right? Or a live stream, something like that. Some sort of gameplay of me playing it. I think we all deserve it, don't we? After talking about it for 4 years. I'm thinking November, December. Yeah, I'm thinking December. I really do think December. And by the way, it's pronounced how you say it. Very good. I get it right every so often. Will Hogwarts have plenty of side missions? Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. I was kind of worried about that, but it sure sounds like they're going to have a lot of side missions. It really does. No way they developed this game just for being a 5th year and that's it. How do you explain Apparition? That's for students who are 17. Oh, okay. Let's say I didn't know that. If that's true, then yeah, then you could go into 7th year. I'm for it. It also depends, though, like this Goblin Rebellion. Does the Goblin Rebellion last for 3 years, or does it last for 1? Or is it kind of a backdrop story and then some other threat comes in? I mean, it seems like the main threat of Hogwarts is this rebellion. So how long did that go for? Is a question. I'm not saying, I'm just asking. Some gamers' mentality doesn't measure as a society. We don't see crying over how long a movie or paying more for upgrades. IMAX, yeah. Although I am getting a little upset over stupid movie prices and the fact that they charge more for the Batman because it's so special. So I'm getting a little upset, but that's just me. $80 if you want last June and current gen. How do you guys feel about that? Wait, what? For... Oh, I think you meant last gen. $80 if you want last gen and current gen. For what, Hogwarts? Is that a real thing? I don't think that's true, right? I wouldn't love that. I wouldn't, unless you're talking about like an upgrade. Alex, you missed my questions. What? Oh, never mind. This may be my hope too, and hopefully the next trailer will be in August or something. Yeah. You rock, buddy. Thank you, Rob. I'm glad you can work for yourself this way. You deserve it. Thank you. I'm glad I can do it too, because, you know, I could do other stuff, but I don't really want to. Which is maybe it's a little lazy, but no, if I can make this work, and that's not like, you know, you see people online that will preach and stuff. I hope I don't come across as preachy, but I do recommend in life, especially the way the world is right now, try to do what you like to do. And I get that it's not always possible, right? That's the thing that people, I think, sometimes leave out. It's not always possible to make a living. But you know what? Maybe at the same time it is, and you just have to really work hard. You know, this is possible to make a living from. And I could have given up so many times. Like, I can't even count how many times I could have given up. Or when I had a bad month a time, right? Given up there. You just have to lean into it. Everything's different, you know. But you just have to go for it. Be happy. You're only here once, you know. If you believe in heaven and stuff, I mean, you know, or whatever you want to believe in afterwards, but you're only alive in this way one time, so hopefully you make the most out of it. And people that live their lives on Twitter, I can tell you, they certainly don't. Hopefully, because it's yes, I haven't seen people play Ghostwire yet. Yeah, it seems like Ghostwire is complete, and I liked it, and they gave me a code, and I'm super appreciative of it, and you know, I thank them for it. And it just seems like Ghostwire completely got just forgotten about. Nobody really cared too much about the previews that came out on it, including my own. And then the reviews came out, and now the game is out. And I think the game is honestly being overshadowed by mainly... I don't even know if it's being overshadowed by Tiny Tina's. I think just people don't really care too much. But it's a good game. You know, Ghostwire, I don't know if it's worth full price. That's up to you, how you view your money. But it's a good game. I'd recommend it. I would. I liked the game. I think I liked it more than most in terms of like the reviews. But you know what? The reviews are giving it like a 75 average. That's kind of where I would put it. If I don't give scores. But if I did, I'd kind of say that seems pretty fair. What are your thoughts on the opening events for Hogwarts Legacy? I talked about it a little earlier. I think something like that carriage ride that we saw in the State of Play, where we're with Fig talking about the rebellion. I think that'll be an opening thing. Character customization kind of immediately. Hopefully we can pick our wand. There'll be like a nice little thing for that where it kind of like bonds to you. And then you go to Hogwarts and the hat goes and you pick your house and then stuff. So I think that's kind of the order could shift a little bit, but that's hopefully something like that. And possibilities of being a 5th year through graduation. I could make a video. Well, I did make a video on if you play it through more than 1 year. It's 17 students learn apparition. Well, if apparition is in it, then true. The rules could have been different. How long have you been married? Only 2 years. 2 years. But some good years. Apparition is 6th year, taught by ministry instructor, and it's an optional course. Oh, I was right. Well, I said 5th or 6th year. So 6th year. And it's optional. And it's only for powerful... It's only supposed to be for powerful people. Wizards and witches. Otherwise, I believe what happens is when you apparate, you can actually leave part of your being behind. You can have basically some of your body parts cut off by accident. Pretty sure that's what they said. Hogwarts 5th year only. Caught you live first time. Do we know anything about collector's editions? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people ask. Well, thank you for being here, by the way. I've seen a lot of people ask about the collector's editions. I would love an answer to that. I can't imagine they'd let a property like the Wizarding World or Harry Potter I can't imagine they would let that go and not do some sort of collector's edition or deluxe, you know. So I would, if you're waiting for that, I would personally hold out and wait. It's possible they don't do it, but I really just don't see that happening. Something like that, you know what I mean? I'm not personally a fan of the romance. Yeah, I don't think they need the romance if they don't want to. What are the possibilities of getting DLC set in the past with a previous Triwizard tournament showing us why they got discontinued until the events of the Goblet of Fire? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. DLC will be hard depending on where the game ends. Do you know what I mean? Because what you normally get, even if you do like the Witcher's DLC, right? They normally try to pick a time period. But you have to play as the same character. And, well, no, that's not true, actually. It depends on who you're playing as, right? It depends on the DLC, but you have to pick a time period for it. So maybe it's possible, but something like the Triwizard Tournament, though, is so huge. Could it be DLC? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a good suggestion. I just don't know if they could do it, if they could pull it off. Last of Us took 7 years. Yeah, Last of Us took a... I'm so behind. I think we should start rifling through these a lot faster. And that's a me problem. Would be cool to see a Hogwarts graduation since we never saw a graduation there. Yeah, that'd be a first. Thank you, Alex. You're welcome. They can make another prequel set in another part of the timeline. Ooh, yeah. So you're saying like the sequel would be a prequel? That'd be cool. KL. Hello, Peachy. Hey, Alex, love the content, man. I believe Quidditch will 100% be in the Hogwarts Legacy, and I think Quidditch practice will be a possible lesson. Well, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate it, and you make a good point. I hope. I think Tuesday, is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday the video on Quidditch will go up. So we'll talk about, I've already recorded it, but I'm on the side. I'm on the side of Quidditch, so... I hope so. God, I hope so. Order of the Phoenix had a Wizard chess minigame. Ravenclaw champ was difficult to beat. Yeah, I think there should be Wizard's chess, and I think it's not that hard to put it in. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think we'll know if we're going to be in just the 5th year until the game comes out. I don't know if that's something they'll say. It's tough, though, because like they're making such a point to talk about the 5th year, where it's like, what do you do? If the 5th year is so important, can you do the other 2 years after that? Or would those be the sequels? Or would one of those years be DLC? Or does it make sense to do more than 1 year? I really don't know. The enemy camps. Yeah, Retro Raconteur talked about those, right? I don't know. Did he say AC or didn't he say Ghost of Tsushima like? It's just going to be, I think, a group of enemies that you can kind of tackle in any way that you want. I'd imagine that's kind of the idea there. Yeah. I mean, the thing with, like the invited to a tryout by a student and professor. Like, I like those ideas, but again, I just feel like that's way too detailed for them to pull it off. Like, I like it, but I just don't think so. I wonder if we'll be able to go down the trapdoor from Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. That'd be sweet. Maybe. Hello, Alex. How's it going? Doing good. How about you? At least it's not another 18-month break. Yeah, I mean, I will accept a couple months off if we never do the 18-month thing again, personally. I live in Ontario. Oh, nice. Nice. My grandparents live in Thorold, Ontario. Amazon pre-order says it will be released December 31st. That's just a placeholder. Don't freak out too much. Two good Canadian kids. I wasn't born in Canada. I'm a dual citizen. Given all the lore and the general feel of the game, I think we'll get to complete our time at Hogwarts. There you go. I think it's going to be a trilogy, 1 year per game, kind of like the books and movies. And there you go. There's the other side of it. People are divided. I think people are very much divided. When I did the video on the years, it wasn't 50-50, I would say, but there's definitely a good amount of people that think both. Or one or the other, I guess, right? Yeah, 60 to 80. I mean, as long as it, like I said, Hogwarts can be as long as it wants to be, as long as it's quality. I don't want to play it for 80 hours if I feel there's only 40 hours of content and the other 40 are filler. I don't want that. I'd prefer no. How do you feel about Gran Turismo 7's update 1.09? Yeah, that's another. Well, Gran Turismo has been an interesting topic, hasn't it? I feel bad for the fans of it. I'm, because I haven't played it, I am a little hesitant to say too much about how I feel about the microtransactions, right? Because you do have some people that say it's not that much of a grind. People are kind of overstating the grind of GT7. I don't know. I don't know what the grind is like, so I don't, But the thing is, the things that worry me, though, I mean, you don't nuke it like they did in the patch if it's not a problem in the first place, right? So that's kind of them admitting that it was a problem. And secondly, the fact is that they wanted to put microtransactions in the game themselves. It didn't come from like a higher power. They wanted that. And that, to me, is what's really scary, is most times when there's bad microtransactions, you can blame the executives and like the people making the big decisions, not the developers. But this one kind of came from the developers to put them in there. So that's a little worrying. Still can't believe you've only got 61K subs. Don't get me wrong, that's huge, but I feel so mad. Yeah. I'm shocked too. But things on YouTube are different now than they were. You can get views with not having too many. You know what I mean? And I shoot myself in the foot here. I know I do. I haven't like spent too long just like going over it because it'll probably make me upset. But I know I can grow so much quicker not doing it how I'm doing it. I'm not dumb. I actually think I know the YouTube formula and how to grow your channel more than most people do. It's just this is how I've chosen to do it. If I had a channel only on Hogwarts, or only on Gotham Knights, or only on Scream, I could have gotten them very successful by now. Instead, I've chosen to do everything, which YouTube hates. And so they hate me. And all that really means, by the way, is like my videos don't get suggested, or people that subscribe and turn on the bell, they actually don't get all my videos. YouTube doesn't push my videos as much as other people's videos because they're all kind of different. And they're like weird and YouTube doesn't know what to do with them. So I've definitely shot myself in the foot. I should definitely be higher. Not to like pat my own back, it's not like that. I should have more subscribers. And I would if I just changed how I did it. But I don't want to. I considered Scream, but I really, I like it. I like having Scream on this channel. I like it. I'll play any of these Potter games no matter how many they make. Agreed. This better be a few. I mean, yeah, we should get more after this, to be honest. We better. All right. For the Quarry. Oh, God. For the Quarry. I don't remember what your thing was. I'm very excited for the Quarry, though. For real. Oh, $80 for the Quarry if you want both generations. Oh, is that? Shoot. Yeah, see, no, I'm not okay with that. Is it, though? I thought it was 10. Well, because if you get it on PS4, you get it on last gen, I think it's $10 for an upgrade, so that's $60 turning into $70 to do the upgrade. If you buy it on next gen, you're paying $70, and I don't think you get the PS4 version, but why would you want it if you have the PS5? But you may be right. You may be right. I don't know if it's not a good thing. But I don't know if you'd want the last gen one if you have the current gen one. How big the download would be? Man, yeah, downloads are tough because sometimes, like Horizon, right? Big open world game, is a huge download. Ghostwire is not a big download at all. Tiny Tina's Wonderland, which I thought was going to be gigantic, very small. So I could see Hogwarts probably at like 50, 60 gigs. It wouldn't surprise me if it was like 70, 80. And I'd kind of be shocked if it was like 30 or less. So probably like 40, 50 gigs. A pretty good sized game. That's on PS5. That's with the compression software. I don't really know. It's obvious. It's always going to be bigger on last gen. So it would be bigger on PS4 and Xbox One. I was planning to get the game Gran Turismo 7. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not a simulation racing guy. I respect it, and I think Gran Turismo looks awesome. But I just, I don't really know if I'd play it. But if it was on sale, I think I'd pick it up eventually. This might be a stupid question, but would you want to go to Godric's Hollow and Ministry of Magic? Yeah, I'd want to, and the Ministry one stands out. Like, I'd want to go to the Ministry of Magic. I have a feeling we won't. Like, we're gonna go to Gringotts, but probably not the Ministry. That's what I would assume. I hope we see Diagon Alley. We will. Gringotts, I'm pretty sure that was in the state of play, so I think that. 7 more days until Morbius comes. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think about Morbius, because I will not be seeing it, and the reception for that movie so far has been horrible. So, and if the after credit scene is what I read the after credit scene is, I can't even believe it. In a negative way. I can't even believe it. So, if you guys are seeing Morbius, please let me know what you think. As a newcomer to the channel, I'd like to encourage you to not go live in direct competition with Friday Night Tights. I know. Well, they go on way too long, though. They're on for like 5 hours. I can't compete. I'm sorry. I know. I've changed, or I've thought of like when to do live streams a lot in the past. I mean, I used to live stream Tuesdays and Saturdays at night, like at 7 o'clock my time. Would be like the time I'd go live. With having a daughter, like she's 8. She just turned 8. Like throughout her life, it's been different, every year. So I could envision as she gets older, and if we don't have another kid, or even if we do, I mean, everything changes no matter what, right? The live stream times will change. I like this time though. I think it tends to do pretty okay. I find if you live stream during like school hours, like even like 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. in that range, at least my time, it does horrible. So I do find like night times to be better. And Fridays are just kind of easiest because no school, no work on the weekends. But I can see as she gets older doing it differently. I know some people go live at like 9, 10 o'clock on like a Tuesday or Wednesday, right? And it's like, I could never do that. We have to go to bed. Actually, as she gets older, she has to wake up earlier for like middle school and stuff. So I have to wake up earlier. So it's going to be even worse. I wouldn't want to live stream at night, to be honest. That's funny though. Thank you, West. Everyone's streaming. I know. ADV podcast and all the. Who's ADV? Who's that? Oh, Review Tech. Yeah, there's only so many days and hours and only so many channels that obviously they're gonna I always forget. MGB. Doesn't he do Sundays? Everybody kind of does different stuff. I know people that do it Tuesday nights, Friday Night Tights. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. I heard rumors of Gran Turismo. Oh, what's up? I don't want to forget you. What's up? Is it Emery? Is that how you say your name? What's up? You can correct me if I'm wrong. I heard rumors of Gran Turismo 7, they were giving out money for... Yes. Because of the controversy, they gave money back. In-game money. So, that's cool. That is cool. Splinching was the... Yes. It happened to Ron, yeah. How far have I got in Elden Ring? Well... I stopped recently, but I'm not done. I'm not giving it up. I'm going to beat the game. I'm going to beat as many bosses as I can. No, when my sister came, if you were here earlier, when my sister came, I pretty much didn't play games. And she was here for like 6 full days. And in those 6 days, I played Ghostwire for like an hour in that time. And the rest of the time, I didn't even play a game. So I haven't played Elden Ring in a while, like a week and a half. But I will go back into it probably Monday. I'm going to do Tiny Tina's a little bit today and over the weekend, and then I'm going to do Elden Ring. But I'm like 32 hours in. I'm level 62 in Elden Ring. I'm also 30 hours into Horizon. I used to go back and forth. I'd do Elden Ring one night. I would do Horizon the next night. But now Tiny Tina's out. And and when Lego Star Wars comes out, that's all I'll be playing. So I'm going to put every game aside for Lego Star Wars. So I got to get going with these freaking games. Hello, Daniel. I wouldn't mind to see Harry and the Gang DLC of Hogwarts if they make it possible. Man, that'd be insane. Think Sirius Black's second will be in the game? Well, yeah, Phineas. I really think Phineas Black is that potions teacher. So I think we will see a Black. I do. Truth be told, if they wanted to do DLC, they could build movie-based DLCs. True. It is possible. It's possible to jump around time periods is kind of the point, right? I think that's what you guys are saying. I just hope all this the drama, it won't die down, sadly, honestly, man. It's going to keep going up. But it's parallel with Fantastic Beasts and plays an aura bit, not playing alongside with the main cast. Yeah, I mean, they could do a Fantastic Beast route. GT7's Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 7. I'm behind. I'm trying to read all the comments, though. I love Quidditch, but I feel like the only person who doesn't think there's a chance it'll be in it. I think it's like 50-50, to be honest. Do you think we'll still be able to use Avada Kedavra on other students? Honestly, no. I honestly don't think so. Nana, you relax. My other dog's freaking out. Go lay down. Go. Go lay down. No. She likes to talk, too, when she's annoyed. But I don't think... That'd be funny to use on other students, though. Avada Kedavra. Do you believe we might get Buzz Lightyear game at some point? I played a Toy Story game when I was a kid. Probably. Yeah, Sony's got a lot of live service games coming out, and we'll see how they do. Yeah, I don't think you'll be able. Yeah, I agree with that with Twizzy. I think you'll be able to use. I don't know about all three. You'll definitely, obviously, be able to use Avada Kedavra, but I think you'll only be able to use it in basically scripted events. Kind of like I said, right, where it's like a Renegade Paragon option for Mass Effect, but for Hogwarts, where you press the button in a choice-based thing. I think that's how you would use it. I don't think you'll be literally able to go around just Avada Kedavra-ing. Is that how you would say it? Everybody. I think it would be. I think it'd be specifically in certain moments of the game. Personally, that's what I think. We'll see. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna try to rapid fire these, and then I'll probably have to get off. Okay, so let me rapid fire this. Any last things? I'm reading YouTube comments. Where else would I be getting these comments from? I'd love to be able to just make these things up. I just found out Hogwarts Legacy's map is huge. Yes, I agree. I will be talking about the map soon. I think, yeah. I think if you do like 30, 40 hours for Hogwarts and then the collectible stuff, and for us diehards that want to do everything, if it got up to like 60, is fine. Fine by me. Plus, if there's any kind of replayability, that obviously adds to it as well. Is there an Avatar game? I certainly believe so, because I did a video on it, so I'd like to believe myself. I'm 25. I've been waiting years for Hogwarts Legacy. We deserve it. We do. What made me want kids? It's a long story. There's not enough time. There's not enough time to explain it. I kind of feel like they're combining Diagon Alley into Hogsmeade. There was a shot of the Dark Wizards talking to the goblins, and Ollivander's just behind them. Yeah, I noticed that too. I think some people actually sent that to me. Very likely. I did see the deleted scene from the Batman. It's kind of mixed. I overall like it, but it's more mixed than I thought it would be. Who's your favorite video game character? Nathan Drake of Uncharted. I love Nathan Drake. I love Max in Life is Strange. I love Sora and a lot of characters in Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I like Joel and Ellie from the first one, from the first Last of Us. But Nate would be my favorite. Good question. The only critique I have with the state of play is they use Accio on hooks to pull us closer to it. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure there's a couple things they did to change stuff up, not purposely, but I get that. It was weird and cool at the same time. Crucio might be a bit much unless the game is mature. True. There's a live action TV show. Yeah, I'll be covering that. Is the next state of play happening in April? I think there'll be a PlayStation event in April, personally. I don't know if it'd be called state of play, though. And creepy at the same time. It was creepy. I hope that Sony shows a mix of old games coming back and new exciting single. Yes, I agree. I don't think we'll get Sly, but yeah, something like God of War, Final Fantasy, show us those things and then show us brand new stuff. There's no way you can just outright kill our students. Agreed. I hope there's a Patronus charm. True. Notice they didn't really talk about that. Hogwarts is long overdue. Multiplayer Quidditch. I actually talk about that in that video. Avada Kedavra would be a finisher. That's a good idea. Can't wait for the Voltron movie. Magic Awaken dropped today. Oh, nice. I didn't even know. I got an email for it. I haven't done it. Any YouTube advice managing time between content creation and a day job that's from 2 to 10? Yeah. Depends on what you're into. So, like, when I first started, I was, like, in school, college. Actually, the end of high school. But I was in college, and then I was working, too. And so I only made videos, like, at night and on the weekends. So I would honestly just say make them as consistently as humanly possible. Make a schedule. If you do your videos every Saturday, Sunday, every single Saturday, Sunday, you better have a video. You know what I mean? So be very consistent with what you're able to do. And the rest depends on the style. Like, if you do news videos, that would be pretty hard, right? Because you'd miss the day to do them immediately. So you probably shouldn't do news stuff. That's just a suggestion, you know? But that's a good question. You can, if you want to follow me on Twitter, Jump Boy, I respond to, I'm not very fast at it, but I respond to Twitter messages. So if you have any specific things, I can talk to you there if you want. Need a new prototype? Yes, we do. I will never stop petitioning for it. I live in Colorado. I'd like to thank you for covering Hogwarts for so long. I've been following since day one. You can see a 5-year-old comment. Oh, my God. Thank you. Yeah, I recognize your name. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much for being here a day, a month, years. I mean, you guys freaking rock. Azkaban would be cool. Do you think MC is a transfer student? Main character. No. I think he's like Harry. Like, something happened to him, and everybody knows about it, and then he goes to school. I think that's kind of what happened. I don't think he ever did magic before the event that happened to him or her. I think Hogwarts Legacy will have a shorter story and will be more focused on other things. Yeah, it could. I want to talk about that eventually, because that's a tough thing. Like Ghostwire Tokyo, right? Ghostwire is a game that the main story, so it took me in Ghostwire 17 and a half hours to do almost everything. If you just did the story in Ghostwire, it's like 5 hours. And I don't really mind that, but like for Hogwarts, obviously that would be pretty disappointing. So if Hogwarts is like a 50-hour game to do everything, the story should be 15 to 20, I think, hours. If the story's less than 10, I'd be shocked and kind of disappointed, to be honest with you. All right, man, I gotta end this. I wonder if there will be a process in picking our wands. I hope so. Have a good one, Alex. Thank you, Justin. Avengers. Let's hope this one is good. Yeah, hopefully. All right. So I'm just trying to, if anything. True, if he's a descendant of Merlin, he's the prime Merlinian. There's a lot. Well, we will do this again. I want to thank you all for being here. This was a lot of fun talking about Hog and really anything else you guys wanted to talk to me about. We'll do it again. I don't really know if we'll do it next week, but, you know, in general. And, as stuff goes on, like I said, I think easy to remember, every other day I'm going to try to shoot for a Hogwarts video. So I did one today. So Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. So every other day for Hogwarts, and I try to live stream every Friday in general. So like next week may just be a game or maybe a different topic and not Hogwarts as the main topic, but we'll definitely come back to it. And yeah, I mean, I've been covering it a ton. We'll continue to cover it a ton when the game comes out. We'll do live streams in different kinds of ways, maybe like this, maybe a spoiler cast kind of review I think would be fun. I'm trying to get, if you guys want to do me one last favor, this is not like this is a nice thing to do. Don't like attack or threaten. Ask Retro Raconteur, tag him in something and say, hey, Alex wants to have you in a live stream. I'm trying to get Retro Raconteur, Expecto Go, and is it Scrubwork? His name's Blake. I'm trying to get those three together, and we'll do a Hogwarts Legacy live stream together on my channel. Retro Raconteur is the only one who didn't answer me. So if you guys want to get him, we could do that, and that should be fun. But we will. We'll definitely do a live stream together with all of us Hogwarts creators. That should be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats. Really quick, too, all the social media stuff is in the description. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, my second channel is in the description. Like I said, I do like news there, TV show reviews, stuff like that on that. And then we also have Patreon and YouTube memberships for this channel where you get exclusive stuff. So that's all in the description. If you guys want to click, follow me some places that you aren't, I'd much appreciate it. Never played the Walking Dead games? I don't know what that means. I've played some Walking Dead games. A lot of them are bad. Thank you all for watching. Have an awesome Friday night. Have an awesome weekend. And I'll see you in future live streams and videos. Have a good one.